My friend go outside? I'm just seeing what they have to say. So, what's the verdict, my friends? Anybody want to help feed a hungry homeless person? You really are. I can even write you a receipt, and I think it'd be tax deductible. So that means your income, whatever your tax bracket is, would be lowered by $10. I don't know how many of you that would help. Probably not a lot. It's generally those that are the most helpful have the least. I've noticed that. People that have just their shirt on their back are the ones most likely to take their shirt off their back and give it to someone that needs it. While the ones that have the most are most likely to have you arrested for asking. Thank you, Tammy. Thank you. There's someone that I want to say. I just saw their picture. I'm talking to you. Let me know if I can say your name. Is a zero at the end of yours. I want to say a super thank you to you. I haven't figured out how to use it yet, but what you did was so kind and so wonderful. Not your fault. It just wasn't working for me yesterday. I had a little bit of a meltdown. In no way, shape, or form is that any reflection of you. The only reflection is what a kind person you are. And thank you. Let me know if I can say your name. Just give me a thumbs up if I can. And don't do anything if I can't. Because if you give me a thumbs down, that would still give away who you are, wouldn't it? Well, that's chocolate. I was able to eat because Amazon messed up, and one of the gift cards that somebody got me on Amazon a while back, they refunded as money into my debit account, which was nice. I'm buying gas for we have gas for the electricity tonight. So see, I'll be able to charge my phone. So this is gas that we got. And the only reason I even had any money was because of your generosity when you watch me. It's not like it used to be, but I do still average about 22 cents per hour, and that adds up, you know? I remember the days when it was $100 an hour. I miss those days. But how it always is in life. When you need something, it's hard to get, and when you don't need something, you get it. That's okay. Okay, so I take it that's going to be a no for the pizza tonight, so I'm staying on the ground. I went and did the interview with Tiny Homes, and I find out tomorrow if I got in. Oh, I'm so excited. I'm staying right here on the ground. But if I come back with a pizza, I can stay indoors. It cost me a $10 pizza to stay indoors. But I tell you guys ahead of time, if I was super hungry, I would definitely be like that. But I'm not. But I'm trying to. Other people are. Thank you, Jamie. Stay with who? No, not the who. The them. I stay with them. Oh, I absolutely did pass it, Groovy Bean. I did pass it. But for some reason, I don't. Then I guess I'll be highly embarrassed. I'll be like, look, oh no. But Groovy Bean, I told you, it's easy for me to stop for short periods of time if there's something that's going to benefit me. It's once I'm in there, am I going to be able to maintain not doing it? That's probably going to be a hard no. I don't know. Maybe being in a place where I'm getting closer towards a goal, maybe I'll find that somewhat spark of purpose that will lead to me not wanting to use. I don't know. That's my hand is doing. Groovy, we don't talk about my children. My children don't know me. They've never met me. They've met the vessel in which I have coexisted with others, but they've never met me. Why are you so sad, Jamie? Can you not give my kids ages out? Like, can you please not talk about them? There's enough weirdos that threaten me for no reason other than they're psychos. I don't want to bring that down on my kids. I got it looked at. Just because she is doesn't mean I am okay with it. I made a rule, and the rule is not to discuss them, not to bring them up, and whether or not they want to discuss me or do things, they get to have their own rules. Do you understand? My rule stays the same. I don't understand. Imagine how she feels. What? Because I don't want them discussed on here? Listen, I don't like it how some people are like 100% of anything I say, they say is a lie. And then 100% of anything anyone else says is the truth. I find that very disturbing when some people do that. Well, I've made a lot of sacrifices in order for others to have things. I don't want to get into it. And please stop talking about my kids. Why is it hard to watch? I'm talking about positive things. I might be getting into a tiny home as early as tomorrow. I passed my urinalysis. Things are moving forward in a positive way, but you're sad about that? Oh, thank you so much, JD. I'm happy that you're happy too. Well, do you think I like myself in this situation? I'm doing the best I can. And some people love seeing me in this situation. This is what they wanted. This is what they targeted me to do. And here's where I'm at. I'm glad you don't. I'm glad you don't get it, Robin. Thank you. Thank you, Jamie. I appreciate that. Listen. I'm pretty sure my kids would be most happy that I am not drinking. Okay? They have no idea what I look like using pain medication versus not using pain medication. And I guarantee you, my kids would much rather me have pain management than not have it. I guarantee it. I can't see why my kids would want to see me suffering in agonizing pain. Why is my son in your prayers? Of course she is. And with high intelligence becomes a high burden of understanding just how much the statement ignorance is bliss truly is true. Of course she is. She's probably one of the most intelligent. She probably has a genius level IQ. If it's locked like this, we don't know. Oh, I don't know about myself, but she most certainly is. Um, so, I don't know. I'm excited that there's a commercial kitchen in the location I might be going to. You speak different languages in those things. Thank you, Dead Reverend. Oh, me? Oh, go on with that. Smart. I don't know how to word it, where it basically would be based on the things I do, you would think I'm not very smart. But I don't know. When I meet other highly intelligent people that are also on the street, they actually get me. They actually comprehend what I mean when I say the things I say. That other people doesn't mean you're not smart. It just means you haven't had the life experiences or the life situations to understand the meaning behind the things they say. And there's just things that in your 20s people cannot possibly comprehend yet, because they are a part of their life where there's no seeing over the horizon yet. You don't see what's on the other side of that hill. You still have this whole mountain to climb that you're so excited about. Where I am, I'm already heading down on the other side of it. Forever, my view of what is my daughter's current view is forever gone. I will never see that view again. Much the same way, I hope it's a very long time before she sees the view I see. That mountain between us, that mountain being the difference between hope of youth and the disappointment of age. Thank you, Dad. I'm just gonna call you Dad. Thank you, Jamie. Okay, please, can we not bring up my daughter? People, please. Some things are just. You think, Groovy Bean? You think I have? I don't know how to put this. You think the only way I'm going to know about these things is to hear it secondhand from people telling me on my live? "17 years old. Signed up at 17. And my father at the time, worried that he would no longer be getting his cool $250,000 salary from IBM, and didn't want to have to put money into university for me, said, yeah, it's a great idea. At the time, he says, yeah, PJ, why don't you work really hard your junior year so that the second semester becomes your senior year, you graduate a year early and go off into the Marine Corps. That's a great idea. I think you're going to do swell. Groovy Bean, please don't promote things like that. You will get blocked for such things. I did what? How makes me feel and think, no, that's not true. I block anything that spreads misinformation and causes harm. Lies, things that don't even pass the logic test. And there's some very basic things that just, I think, I want to believe people are intelligent and smart, but some of the things that they say just makes me feel that they are anything but that. For example, what is it? DOC? DOC in Portland is, we're going to call it spaghetti. Okay? And the easiest and quickest and simplest way to eat your spaghetti is to smoke your spaghetti. And to do it another way, the IV way, takes a lot more preparation, could lead to a lot of harm, is dangerous, and people would rather believe that I then put those into my hands, same hands that go all through the garbage, and the same hands that everybody can see, rather than smoke my spaghetti, or instead of putting it in my mouth, doing it backwards, the other way. Poof! Which, just think real hard about this. Why on earth would we do it that way? Look what I found. Trish, I asked you to stop and you continue. To do what? You asked me to stop what? What did you ask me to stop doing? Can you please answer me? What is it? I just can't help yourself. What is this? What's that? No, I do not do well in the Marines. Discussing it on this live, giving other people ammo, is harmful. She still has not, I hope not, had to deal with the psychopaths that come out of the woodwork and become highly destructive. I do not want her to experience that, and I do not want to promote people that dislike me targeting her to get to me. American Social, yep. You ready? I'm gonna mute a couple people, but give me 30 seconds. Count.
there particular pronouns that I should use?
Oh, hey everybody, I'm just discussing with my friend about what it is to be transgender and how I identify and how I view the wording. And he asked, like, what pronouns? For me, when I look like this, everyone stole my makeup. I'm not going to get offended and all twisted if someone calls me he or him. And I'm not going to take the time to correct them either when I look like this. It's just not worth the effort. When I look more like Trish, as you know me, I am she, her, they, them. Everybody in the English language is they, them. I just love it when people go, they're out of their damn mind. They think I'm going to use they, them on them. Like, awesome people. And for me, what it means to be transgender, there's transatlantic. You go from one side of the Atlantic to the other. Trans-Pacific, same thing, just transgender is, I was assumed to be one gender in the society and time in which I live. I identify as a gender on the other side, transgender. Now, if I lived in a world in which the clothing I wore and the makeup I wore allowed me to just be Trish, I would not be transgender. I would just be Trish. But because these words have been forced upon me in the world I live in, I am transgender. As I've repeatedly told people, 1 in 3 trans women are veterans. 1 in 3 of us found our home in the military. 1 in 3 of us know how to kill people. Just putting that out there. A good majority of us may have. So it's not exactly the community people should have picked on. And that's not violent or anything. It's just, if I'm 46 years old, I've probably gone through some shit. Someone comes at me, it's not going to be the first time, and it's not going to be the last time for me. Other person, you never know. You guys hear me okay?
Can I ask you a question?
Yeah. What?
Hey, so like, if I wanted to compliment like someone like our friend, let's say like the lovely lady, whatever, Susan or whatever, or something like that. Is there like, or if I like Nate, it'd be like handsome Nate, blah blah blah, or something like that. Like, is there an appropriate or way to do that? Does it work the same way? I'm not sure.
So see, sometimes it's not so much if it's appropriate or inappropriate.
Okay.
It could be one or the other.
Yeah.
And still affect somebody differently.
I guess you're right, huh? You kind of
would
would have to know the person better to like kind of say those kinds of things, I guess, or those compliments around those things.
Like, I have people tell me I'm very handsome. I look great as a man. I look better as a man. That seems very nice, but it's very hurtful to me to hear those things. Because to me, I don't see the person I see in my mind. I see someone I don't recognize, someone that I don't know, and it's just being reminded that's how other people see me right now.
Okay.
I've had so many people that never knew me looking like this. I just don't even know who I am. I'll be right up next to them. And it's now been the longest in my whole life as Trish being forced to look like this.
Wow. And yeah, it's I feel like, it's like I sometimes I make a lot of assumptions, and yeah, I shouldn't do that.
We all do it on everything. Yeah. It's our mind wants to fill in the gaps and know everything right away.
Well, it's a fun and challenging way to explore identity, and gender and all those things, and do so in a meaningful way. You're an extraordinary person and a beautiful person. So yeah.
See, now something like that is universal. You could use that, I would say, on anyone. Beautiful is not it should be gender neutral in my own opinion. And handsome in British English is gender neutral. You use handsome on women. She's a handsome woman.
Yeah. You're right. You're so right.
But we don't in American English, not so much.
Yeah, I guess it's not really.
It might be offensive to women. I don't know.
Yeah. I feel like women or men, I probably wouldn't. I would choose. You want to choose compliments carefully, and you want them to be relevant. Sometimes it's, you just want to break the ice. Or if you're someone like me who has a lot of social anxiety and you're not really good at speaking, it can be difficult to navigate. But I find more often than not that people are really understanding and are happy to help me understand things if I am just humble and learn from what they have to say.
And
respectful, right? Boundaries are important.
And keep in mind, if you are ever met with an extremely a reaction that just doesn't fit the situation, keep in mind, like, some of us are just going through some bullshit you would not believe. Like, there's people in my community that are extremely angry all the time. I am experiencing it a lot more lately.
Well, there's like people in your community are like disproportionately targeted, right?
They tried to murder me 6 weeks ago.
Oh my God!
I ran into the tiny home so quick. They threw a road flare in the van, and I got out, and they threw accelerant in, and they weren't looking to see if I'd gotten out. They weren't looking to see if I'd gotten out. Well, see, it's one of those things. Was that so bad? I don't know. I have a chance getting into
those matters of perspective, but yeah, I guess importantly, like, and to your earlier point, you never know the backstory, right?
Oh, they said die, fat, die. I mean, they were very clear about why they did it.
No, I didn't.
Yeah, I know. The backstory to that was they flipped out when I was shaving, and there was literally people smoking confetti, hose hoeing, and I got shit for shaving.
Yeah.
In a job.
Intense.
Let's see what's going on here. Be careful, you know. So rocks on and they come back.
Can people respond and like talk to you through there?
Yeah, they're writing me right now.
Wow.
And I used to have where people would come up and talk and ask questions, but no one really wants. See, a lot of the people say, "Oh, I loved your old content, blah blah blah." Well, TikTok shadow banned me for a long time, I guess.
Okay.
Because all of a sudden I had a lot of my accounts just taken down, and I didn't have maybe 10 people watching me for my cooking shows for a very long time. And what you don't understand is I lost my apartment because I was in a situation where I just stopped caring. My wife was very loving and caring in Vietnam. I treated her like garbage when we came here.
Oh, no.
I told her things like, "Oh, you gotta watch them around your daughter." And I never got to see my kids again. Even though they're stepkids, I didn't see them again.
So you're still an integral part of their life. That's so painful. I'm so sorry.
And it's happened time and time again, like with all of my kids. And it's been times where I had to make decisions like, okay, am I going to spend $5,000 to go out and see them when the mother says they absolutely need this money to stay housed? But, you know, and it was like, okay, they're probably going to hate and piss, but like, I think it'd be a lot worse situation if they were unhoused.
Yeah. Well, what an incredibly difficult decision to have to make. It's really frustrating. Sure.
When I would drink, all sorts of garbage would come out of my mouth. Like, me, the drunk, was just the worst version of me you can imagine.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
That's why I don't drink. I go to AA, I do all that. Of course, I still use. The only reason I put an attempt to not was to get in housing. Like, in housing, I don't know how long that's going to last.
Well, it's like, you know, what do you do when you're in the box, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Do the problems go away because you're in the box? I don't know.
No. And, I mean, for me, it's literally been, there's an amount of sadness and anger that I missed the best years of my life hiding from who I was because of a society that I believed I would burn in hell for. There was a time when I believed in hell.
Right.
And it's just so sad that I'm sort of here. I appreciate at least I have these years.
Yeah. I'm just glad I feel like I'm finally figuring it out. And, you know, better late than never, I suppose. Yeah. But, you know, dedicating my life in the service of others and doing so unapologetically is like, it's been like the most meaningful and rewarding thing I've ever done. It's hard to explain because there's no acknowledgement, there's no reward or anything other than that we give ourselves. But you know, learning to define meaning and purpose in my own life is the greatest thing I've ever done for myself.
Yes, I find way too much emphasis is put on like wanting to find happiness. Where happiness is something that it fades quickly when certain things happen with age, with loss.
Yeah.
With purpose is something that will sustain you in the long haul. And
for some, like, happiness is dictated in the expectations of others. You know, which are just moving goalposts.
Yes. Yes.
And wondering why never be happy, never make those in our lives. And suffering all the more for it when.
And your happiness becomes dependent on other people's happiness, and if they can't find happiness, it's always going to become your fault.
I've seen in some cases where people just intentionally refuse to find happiness no matter what.
I've been in those places. I felt like we passed the place right there. Sorry.
We got past it.
Where I didn't deserve that happiness, or where I don't know. I had so much anger over my last deployment. A lot of stuff I just had to grit and bear, and I found that I was blamed for so much. It was pointless to pull other people in that really should be sharing the blame. It wasn't going to fix anything. It was just going to make people more upset with others. So I just didn't. I feel like that was like a martyr syndrome where like I had to take on everything. And people, people are so quick to tell me I'm not trans or I'm not doing this right.
How could somebody know that? Is that a thing? Is that a real thing, or is that?
It shouldn't be.
Yeah, right.
Is anybody that says they are?
Yeah, I mean, so correct me if I'm wrong, but the individual themselves, they define like what their identity, sexuality, and gender is, right?
Yes.
It's not like something that comes from external. Let me ask you this, like.
Well, it doesn't. It doesn't.
So, like,
trans actually does come from externally in a way. In my opinion.
Is it an acknowledgement from other trans people?
No,
No,
I just mean the culture we live in defines like if the clothes I wear are,
Oh, okay. Right.
Yeah, and I don't like that. That shouldn't be a part of it.
You gotta.
It should be coming from inside, but society puts this exterior thing on it.
Yeah, very true.
And in Europe, pink is a boy's color and blue is a girl's color.
Right.
Look at our old Disney movies, Cinderella. I mean, Alice in Wonderland, blue.
Oh, yeah.
Peter Pan, Wendy was
White.
blue. Yeah, all blue.
Predominantly blue, right?
Pink was a man's color. It was what your blood looked like after washing out the blood. I just made that up.
That's true. Oh, wow. No, that is true. I've washed a lot of blood out of my clothes the last 8 months. And yeah. I'll tell you what, though, there's I always think back to, like, I think it was Kate McGonigal did this, like, it was like a TED Talk or something like that, and it discussed like the things in life that people regret at the end, and it's based on a study. It's like one of the largest studies ever conducted, and basically everyone on their deathbed ended up saying the same 5 things. One of those was, I wish I'd have been truer to myself. I wish I'd have built better relationships with my friends and family. Another one. And while I've tried to build better relationships, I find that being true to myself has led to a reality where the people that I encounter in a day, these are like not mediocre people. These are extraordinary people with extraordinary minds and brilliance, all kinds of things, right? And I really value that. It's like, again, something like driving meaning and purpose. And I find that, like, that friendship that I gain and the knowledge that I learn is like, that's like a treasure beyond treasures, right? It's something that you cannot, like, it can't be stolen. It can't be taken by force. It can't be
You're being muted because I'm going indoors. You're being muted. more accepting people in this realm of living in this world than I did at the I came out when I was in the VA hospital, and you know, it was one of those situations where, like, I was like, if I survived that, there was nothing that I was not going to. It would assure that I was really getting to know who I really was.
That's incredible.
Okay, let me get this started. Right on. You okay?
Yeah. I was looking at this thing.
Come on, flashlight.
It's glass.
Hey.
It's glass.
Hey there, can you see me? Oh, maybe you want to move a white more. Whoa. Can you see me? Okay, how about now? Okay. There you go. Can you see me guys okay? Good. I do a lot. Music, all kinds of love. I love the 80s. Yeah, me too. I love. Who's that? It's Trish. It's me, Trish. Hey, guys. It's me. It's Patricia. Okay, I gotta fix myself. Look at this stuff. There we go. Okay. Sorry, I had to put this on me. Easy, okay. I'm just gonna go like this. I'm not gonna show you too much more. I'll put this on to cover myself better. This is a sorry. See, things like this I would do. I would wear these because I was, this was accepted as, gender neutral in Polynesian society. They would wear these, the men would. So if I could get away with wearing something that I saw as feminine and say that I was wearing it for masculine reasons, I did it. I loved wearing alleged kilts. They were skirts. They were straight up skirts. So, you okay? What does it even mean to be okay? I mean, I guess, yeah, I'm okay. And I'm not okay. I'm far from okay. I'm so far from okay. But I guess I'm also okay. We missed, I don't know what, they went and got all sorts of candy, or that's just in my head. When you start to stay up for extended periods of time, my mind starts to create another world that I live in, both this world and that world at the same time. Can people send you stuff? Yeah, they sure can. And who is that guy? He was just another person that I've met that, we end up in the same places. I meet a lot of people that are just homeless like myself and extremely intelligent. And there's a disproportionate amount of people that are very similar to myself that are finding themselves unhoused. A lot of people mistake my kindness for weakness. They mistake the fact that I don't want to go to prison for accidentally unaliving them as me being scared. I'm scared, but not of them. I'm scared of the consequences to myself. I definitely made some enemies. Oh, he is. He seems wonderful to me, too. Yes, people can send me stuff. What you do to send me stuff is, you put in this address. And if this doesn't work, just look up where this is. No, it should work because you're not actually going to send it to this address. You're going to, send it to, let me just show you where to send it to.